Hello everybody, this is Ronan. I'm back with the next part of my tutorial working with EVA foam. Right here I have my Mandalorian helmet. I've already applied 2 coats of EVA glue. It's already starting to stiffen and hold its shape, but it's not as rigid as I want it to be. So what I'm going to do is apply a product called Smoothcast 65D. I put this handle in here because when I work with it, it's going to get really sticky real fast, so I want to be able to hold on to it. How this product works is from a company called Smooth On. What you do is you have an A part and a B part. You mix them together by volume, and you only have about 5 to 8 minutes to work with it. It has a 15-minute hard time, so it should be hardened after 15 minutes. You'll notice when you're working with it that it'll get all gooey, get kind of clumpy, and start to harden. Once it does that, you're pretty much done. So anything you brush this with is going to get ruined. I picked these brushes up at Harbor Freight, 36 for about $7. So what I'm going to do is mix the 2 parts, put a couple coats on here, and maybe even sand in between coats. A lot of these holes will get filled in because this smooth cast is self-leveling a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and put on 1 coat, see how it dries, maybe sand it, put on another coat, and I'll come back to show you the process. And I can't stress enough to make sure you put something down because this does get really drippy and really sticky. And one thing, if you want to save a little bit of resources, is I've marked my cups A and B, and I'll be able to use them 3 or 4 times in the same session. Don't let it sit, or it will melt the plastic. So I'm going to go ahead and mix the parts, and you'll see the progress as I go on. So here we have my Mandalorian helmet that's dried. It's turned a milky white, and that's the color of the Smooth On once it dries. It's not quite as stiff as I want, so I'm going to add another coat to it. What you want to do is I went through with a 220 and a 150 grit sandpaper and sanded it down, got some imperfections out, bubbles, such things like that. And you also want to scuff it up so the next layer will stick to it as well. So what I'm going to do now is add a second coat, and we'll see how that turns out. I also wanted to mention that this actually isn't my idea. I got this from a website from X Robots. It's a YouTube series, and he makes some awesome Iron Man armor, so make sure you check it out, and I'll make sure to put the link below.